competition to get ready for it.
Oh, thank you.
Third, fourth, and fifth.
How many years have you been in DI?
This is our first.
You're kidding. Awesome. Welcome to DI. Good for you guys. Awesome. You having fun?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. I'm meeting and greeting you, in case you're wondering. Can we videotape you?
Yes.
Can we get pictures of you?
Yes.
The more the better?
Yes.
And you were walking home from school, they stopped at the dumpster because they saw a flash of silver.
Did you see that?
Yes, let's go see what that was.
Okay.
So they went to check it out. In the dumpster was an IBM 701 EDPM computer made in 1953. 1953? That was 57 years ago.
I think you're going to get an A in math. If I remember my computer history, it's one of the first computers ever made.
Hey, is it from the exact same time as when the computer was made?
Look how high they wore those pants.
And look at those cool little skirts. I wonder what music they listened to in the 50s.
Let's see if this old computer works.
Beep, 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 beep. In 1953, Harry S. Truman was president, dinner was the dates, and everyone was listening to Rock Around the Clock. Look at those two. I wonder where they came from. From the future? What are you doing?
Taking pics.
What are pigs?
Pictures.
Can I see them?
Sure.
How did you do that?
I press this button.
On what?
My cell phone.
What's a cell phone?
Where are we?
I think we traveled back in 1953.
That could have been, because I know Harry S. Truman was president, and I know he's dead.
The buck stops here.
That could be Harry S. Truman, couldn't it? And I never knew he was a Bucks fan.
Yes, I'm President Truman, but I don't know what you mean about being a Buckeyes fan. My favorite saying is, the buck stops here. I was born in Independence, Missouri in 1884. I helped my family run a successful farm for more than 12 years. Later, I joined the U.S. Army and was quickly promoted to the rank of captain. My regiment was fighting in France when we got word that World War I had ended. It was less than 1 year later, in 1919, that Bess and I got married. Do you know that I first met her in Sunday school when I was just 6 years old? Well, I served as a judge in Missouri for many years before being elected as a U.S. Senator. In 1944, I was elected as Vice President of the United States. After just 82 days in office, Franklin Roosevelt died, and on April 12, 1945, I became the 33rd President of the United States of America. I've had to make many important decisions as President, wrapping the first atomic bomb to end the war in Japan, fighting the spread of communism, and asking Congress to protect the rights of our country's minority groups. Well, it's 1953 now, and I've decided not to run for a third term as president. It's time for me to retire. That's now soon heading back to Independence, Missouri.
Never knew that. Hey, look at that place. Wait a minute, that's the popcorn shop in Chagrin Falls, where we live.
It looks a lot newer.
Let's call Mom and Dad about this.
They pull out their cell phones, but they don't work.
I knew AT&T was a ripoff.
Wait, Reggie, we can't use our cell phones because there was a wireless connection in 1953.
Let's go find another phone.
They walk over to the popcorn shop and find a payphone.
How does this work?
I just want
find the time machine, try to activate it, but it doesn't work. What are we going to do? I'll never survive in the 50s with old cars, huge computers, and no